Hey everyone. Amit, continuing on what we were discussing in our last conversation regarding independence and creator economy, gig economy, I want to dive specifically towards developers in general. Like developers are doing so many side projects right now. I have seen challenges like 12 startups in 12 months, 25 projects in 25 weeks, like challenges like that, smaller side projects that they do. And like what's the driving force for such a difficult timeline and so many side projects? What do you think is going on with developers?
The timeline thing is just for fun. It's activities that you
Mm.
do, like running a marathon while you do it. It's just something to do, right? I
Mm.
think that's pretty cool. But
Mm.
why have side gigs and
Mm.
projects, particularly if you're a developer,
Mm.
is so many reasons, right? One is it shows off your well, first of all, let me back. First of all, it lets you do many things, right? Because it's exciting and interesting, and lets
Mm.
you play and lets you
Mm.
really practice your craft. That's the first thing. The second thing is it builds up this portfolio that you can show off. I've done all these
Okay.
different things and
Mm.
things like that.
Mm.
The third nowadays is if you do it publicly, you can engage with a
Mm.
broader community, and you
Mm.
may well get recognition, but also help, and
Mm.
new things may happen. You know, and
Oh,
if
okay.
you're of the kind of bent of mind who has the
Mm.
thought that maybe someday they'll make money from it, you
Mm.
know, then the only way to do that is to put it out there in the market,
Yeah. Mm.
right? And these days, it's I mean, technology is eating the world. We're virtualizing everything. And
Mm.
so it should become easier and easier and easier to do natural ways of making money or side gigs or whatever it is, natural ways that are side effects
Mm.
of what you're already doing,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
So you're
Mm.
doing a certain activity, you continue to do the main
Mm.
activity or main activities, but
Mm.
because of that, there is so much value being generated all over the place. You're
Mm.
so productive. Productivity is
Mm.
now through the roof because it's all digital and virtual and knowledge
Yeah.
economy, right? The
Mm.
productivity now can be shared with
Mm.
others through these
Mm.
digital tools. And that's what you
Mm.
call a side project or a gig or a hustle. And in the
Mm.
digital world, small things can add up very rapidly to
Yeah.
large numbers.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I think the Stripe and no code and like things like that play a very important role here because they, as you said, they increase your productivity. You don't have to do the manual thing. You just plug in and just work on the seed thing. I've also seen developers doing YouTube videos of what they are doing, like what they're doing, the side project and it feels like the consequence of the result of what they are doing is it's a win-win in both cases. If it succeed, it's of course it's well and good. If it doesn't, I've heard somebody say that if it doesn't succeed, I get a YouTube video out of it, or I get so many views, or like things like that that are also happening when you do things in public, when you do things openly with each other. And I, I think this is what Awake Build is also about. You build
Awake
in
Build
public.
is, yes, it's not just built in public, which is a very important and amazing
Mm.
thing that some folks have been, diligently talking about and doing on the internet
Mm.
for a few years now. So if you search online, you'll find a whole bunch of material on build in public. But also, it's time to build, which is another
Mm.
important mantra, which happened over the last 2, 3, 4 years as, the world came together, at least theoretically,
Mm.
to work on problems, and that was Mark Andreessen's post, right? If you recall, it's time
Yeah,
to
yeah.
build. So
It's
what
time to
we're
build. Yeah.
talking about is it's time to build in public together.
Mm. Mm.
It's time to build together, of course, in public, on a lot of things that need to get done.
Mm.
So many things that need to be solved, and that's about it. It's not about outcome at all. It's just
Mm.
about the craft. When you say
Yeah.
we are an artist, I'm a creator,
Mm.
who are you
Mm.
creating for? And if what does it mean to be a creator?
Mm.
Exactly what does it mean? It's not creator economy. I'm not talking about using creation to make money kind of a
Mm.
thing. But what
Mm.
is a creator? A founder, or not founder, let me rephrase that. What is an artist? a creator from an artist perspective, you know, what is it? What is art? Is art only when other people tell you it's art?
No,
No,
right?
art
No,
is art because you made it.
artist, yeah.
You made it. That's all. It's art. You know. So the artist has to, you know, create for the sake of the creation.
Yeah.
Not because there are other people coming and saying that it is good creation or bad creation, or it makes money or doesn't make money. You know. So first of all, you have to have clarity in creation. What am I creating and why am I creating it? Not outcome driven.
Yeah, not outcome.
You know, just what is it with utmost clarity.
Yeah.
Right. And then that's about it. That's your job is done.
Yeah. This is a very simple, straightforward thing. You're creating for the sake of creation. You want to do it and you're doing it.
Otherwise, don't do it.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Otherwise, do something else. If you want to do something else, you go do that something else, you know. But if you want to be a creator, the job of a creator is to create. It is not to think about all these other things.
Yeah.
Which is the job of other people who have other needs and desires and reasons for whatever it is you're talking about. So, and why is some creator really good versus some other creator in that good and bad sense? Is because it's not about the quality or what it is, the content. You'll find them to be, it's about the creator itself.
Yeah.
It's a statement of the creator. It is not the art, you know, it's not the lines drawn on the piece of paper or whatever it is, but it represents the person and what they stand for. If that person is standing for other people's money and simply it's a job and whatever it is, a creator job, you know, that's not
that's not the creator. That's not creation.
And that can be told by the onlooker. The onlooker knows that, hey, this was just an advertisement.
Yeah.
You know, it's either an advertisement or it's not an advertisement. If you want to make money out of it before you even start, then your purpose is not to create, it is to make money.
Yeah.
Right? So let's become very clear where everything fits. And it does fit when you find the real creators because they have clarity. Very clearly, they're saying something, whether you say it with words in English or some other language, or in art forms or hieroglyphics or some dance forms. The message is what is important and everybody rallies.
That's true.
You know?
That's
So that's the whole thing. And it's we're, you know, talking about the truth of how things work and how people come together at a web zero level.
Yeah.
It's about messaging and about what am I doing, not messaging. It's about the message. You see the difference? It's not about messaging. Messaging is how shall I say it versus what is it that I'm saying? I don't care how I say it. You see, you find out what I mean. If you care, you'll be part of this movement. If you don't get it or you don't care, I don't care either. I mean, it's not about you. It's about the creation itself.
Yeah.
You know,
I totally get. That's, and this behavior is catching on as per so as to say that people, instead of falling into these walls, falling into these like segments and categories and like that urge to do just creation, just to create something without the consequences, without thinking about how it will look or whether it will be a success or a failure or something like that. That entire thing is catching on, especially with developers, so much these days that everybody is doing multiple side projects, multiple things, and it's a delight and treat to watch if you belong in that category.
I mean, the developers is one special case of creators, you see, because in the developer world, everything is code, you know, and they can see the utility of what they are building very clearly. Otherwise, they wouldn't be writing the code, you know. So there's input and output in that sense, even if there aren't any users. In their mind, the utility is extremely clear. It's like the artist seeing it in their minds and drawing something, and it's not about what the lines are for you. It's for what it is for them, right? So that's the reason why they have no confusion about it. Developers will build it because, you know, they are even if they're the only users, right? Because they're like, I'm the user, you know. So they always have a user. And so the artist also has a user. They themselves are the first, you know.
One.
Wow. I mean, who doesn't appreciate their own creation, right? Oh yeah, look at my painting, you know. And then it becomes the whole notion of catching on is when you realize that, wow, this person is just doesn't give a shit about what other people think. And they're just like doing it. And wow, I want to check that out, because it's not about the creation. It's because the creation and the creator are the same. You see, that's the point. The creator is the creation. And the creation is the creator. There is only one thing there, There is neither the creator nor creation. It is the actual thing which you want. You're like, wow, it's not the person either, nor is it the actual thing now. It's something else altogether, which everybody wants. And now everybody's coming together to participate in that. And what is that? That special thing is what brings people together. People want to feel a belonging to something bigger than themselves. They want to know that I'm not alone in it. Fundamentally, that they want to know that, we are in it together. Which is why we're talking about building together and talking about, hey, we are together, we're all together, we aren't going anywhere. And if we work together and we watch each other's backs, then we have a place to belong to. And that's the community, and that's the, whatever you want to call it. At that point, names are irrelevant again. And it can be in any language and any logo or whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like totally. And I think I'm very excited for Awake Build in this, especially for this, like seeing people build and participating in that. Even if let's say as a viewer, I'm not the one who's actually writing the code, so as to say, but that entire process, what comes out of it, whether it's a success or a failure, but just to watch that process in public, to watch the process happen, I can't wait to be a part of it. Very, very excited.
Yeah, I think it's I hope it will be the awakening, which has been said so many times. It was so cliche, so that's why I don't bother. But it is already there, right? We all want it.
Yeah, we all want it. Thanks, Amit. Thanks so much for shedding light on what Awake Build is, and like just getting all of us pumped. Can't wait to
looking forward to
be part of it.
Working on things. Cheers.
Yeah.